I think at this point, nearly everyone familiar with Doom knows about Chex Quest, right? If you don't, it was a promotional game released in 1996 as an extra addition to Chex cereal boxes. It used the Doom engine, shared a lot of its mechanics, was well received, and raised the sales of Chex quite a bit to say the least. Chex Quest is still so popular even to this day that an HD remake of it was released a few years prior to me making this video in 2020. However, this wasn't the only promotional tie-in that used the Doom engine, no sirree bub. There was another. Before I introduce you to it, allow me to introduce you to RC Cola. You may or may not have heard of it, but consider it like a competitor to Pepsi and Coca-Cola. I'm not sure how popular it is abroad, but it has its fans here in the United States, although most of them are kind of old at this point. But in 1984, it had 5% of the then $18 billion soda market. Now 5% doesn't sound like much, but when you put that into perspective, that is $900 million in 1984 money. That's nothing to scoff at. Like any company, RC Cola wanted to build upon that share of the market, and with a desire to expand came a desire to experiment. Along came the 90s with its tide of edgy skateboard, punk, grunge listening video game playing kids, ready to be easily exploited by the market back then. That's when RC Cola introduced Kick.
Kick, the new hardcore psycho nitro drink in a can.
With a tagline like that, you knew what kind of target audience they were going after. Kick was released in 1995, 2 years before the introduction of Surge, a similar drink with a similar target audience. In an attempt to get more of that market share of edgy 90 kids and teens, Kick's marketing department managed to get a deal with id Software. The result of the deal was this, Kick Attack, a single-level promotional PWAD for both Doom and Doom 2 made by Tim Willits, with original graphic assets made by a marketing team assigned to the product. So what is this all about? Well, you play as a quality control manager at the Kick bottling plant, and you are not having a good day. The plant is being taken over aggressively by the forces of Alpine Spew. Yes, Alpine Spew. Does this remind you of anything? Well anyways, the enemy lineup consists of surfer mutants, who replace the shotgunners and imps and scream out stuff like this. Spew? And there are also flying cans of Alpine Spew replacing the Lost Souls, with teeth so sharp they'll tear you apart faster than Alpine Spew itself. I didn't make that up, that's what the text file came with this row. Oh yeah, and the Pinkies have been replaced by busty loud singers. What? Right, so as I mentioned earlier, this PY was made for Doom and Doom 2. There's not much of a difference aside from texture usage being different in spots. The gameplay in both versions is more or less identical, since the level and enemy placements are also identical. The level's design has that distinct Tim Willits style, with a heavier focus on architecture rather than texturing. There are a few strange things here and there, but it's rather straightforward. You'll just have to look out for switches here and there, whose textures are dependent on whatever version you choose to play this WAD with. The weapons you'll find in this level have mostly been adjusted to give them a twist of kick. The pistol is kicked. The shotgun is kicked. The chain gun is kicked. The plasma gun shoots bursts of plasma kicks. And the rocket launcher even shoots explosives that spell out kick upon dissipating. This mirrors the projectile throwing surfer dudes and their projectiles spelling out Spew. When you switch to the fist, you'll see yourself holding a can of kick, while you knock the guts out of whatever gets in your way. With this arsenal, you'll surely make your way through the kick bottling plant with ease. Just make sure not to fall down into the vats of poisoned kick, because there's no way out. This is pretty damn lame. After a series of grabbing keys, encountering traps full of mutants and musty lounge singers, you'll come across the boss, a giant can of Alpine Spew with twin miniguns. This is a Spider Mastermind replacement and goes down rather quickly. With its demise, you have saved the Kick processing plant. Congratulations! Now you and the rest of mankind can enjoy Kick for years to come. And that's why this video is actually sponsored by Kick Soda, the hardcore psycho nitro drink in a can. Buy a can today at your local store. Oh. I guess Alpine Spew got the last laugh in the end. Shit. Well, while Kick is no longer made, this PWAD's still around. I mean, it's definitely a relic of its time, unless Kick makes a comeback like Surge did. Something tells me we won't be seeing a comeback for Kick anytime soon, though. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. If you liked the video, thumb it up, and if you want, you can support me with my coffee and Patreon links in the description. You can even also join as a YouTube member. Never necessary, but always appreciated. Special shoutouts to the following people who have supported me with both of those links. And a special shoutout to the following supporters: Griffin, Beaks Make Me Coom, and Christophine Place. Thanks for watching, and until next time, toodaloo.